It's been nearly 30 years. Well, no, it's been 30 years since the release of Jagged Little Pill, 1995. This is Alanis Morissette's project from, damn, when I was in high school. This marks a milestone for the 3 decades of this defining 90s reshaping alternative rock, reshaping the landscape of things. The raw emotion she shows on this thing, it's fierce, it's vulnerable, it's unapologetically honest, it's woman empowering. It is you might remember you I don't know, and I don't even know what her, her singing style is. It's very like there's a lot of like almost like improv that happens into her style of singing. It's wild. Um, you very unique voice. Like I guess I feel so much freaking cookie cutter artist. Like I hear like this Benson Boone guy is like, I'm listening to him like I'm not hearing anything different here. I'm not hearing anything. I mean, you don't have to be revolutionary, but be different, right? How many just random white boy artists with a decent body have we seen over the years? And it's like, but you ain't doing nothing. I mean, at least Michael Bublé had a shtick. You know what I mean? Well, I guess this guy does too. He does backflips. He loves backflips, and according to my age-old theory, everybody loves backflips. So cool, you got that gimmick, right? You got that gimmick. That's cool. But like, what's next? Like, what do you got? Like, is at a certain point you're no longer impressed by the backflips. You like if a nigga did two backflips, I'd be like, oh snap, two backflips. If you did like a consecutive freaking like 60 backflips in a row, you know what I mean, boom, nonstop or something like, oh yo, that's impressive, right? But like outside of the consecutive joint, like after like two backflips, like like what else you got, dog? And so I think his album is doing okay. I'm not sure. This isn't even about him, but she just Alanis sounds just so different from the moment she opens her mouth. Uh, there's this distinct voice. There's a little bit of it that comes from the throat. It's almost like a little bit of yodeling that happens when in some of these things, but a lot of it is like feels almost like a vocal jazz, like it's not even planned, right? But it's nothing near that because it's rock. It's rock music. There's also the iconic song "Ironic." Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Right? That everybody was hearing that, no matter what else you were like listening to. These things were ubiquitous. I remember back in the day. This this project sold 33 million copies worldwide. It topped charts in many countries. Like it made like Billboard 200. Like making it was the highest it was the first Canadian woman to achieve topping the Billboard 200. It won 5 Grammys, won Album of the Year, six Juno since that same year, 6 Juno Awards. Um the joint became a Broadway play. Not only did it become a Broadway play, they wrote a book off the play. The book the book won Best Book of a Musical, that award. The damn play um won 2 Tonys. The play won 2 Tonys, and then it won another Grammy for it won another Grammy. The play won a Grammy for Best Musical Theater Album. This is how iconic Jagged Little Pill was and is. It was re-released in the 10-year anniversary, re-released 20th anniversary. There was a couple acoustic joints they dropped. Um and um and I think they added a track. They added a track on one of those releases. They didn't come out with a 30-year anniversary, but um there's some tributes that's going around the different spaces like to this day because 30 years later and the joint is still a smacker. All these singles came out of this thing. hands in my pocket, and the other one's throwing a peace sign. You learn, you live, you learn, you live, you live. That joint is dope. Head over feet. I couldn't help it. It's all your fault, right? All I really want, you ought to know. You ought to know, man. You ought to know is the man. She was saying some stuff on this project too. Like, look at listen to this. Like these lyrics. I want you to know that I'm happy for you. I wish nothing but the best for you both. An older version of me, is she perverted like me? Would she go down on you in a theater? Does she speak eloquently? And would she have your baby? I'm sure she'd make a really excellent mother. Make a really excellent mother. Because the love that you gave, that we made, wasn't able to make it enough for you to be open wide. No. And every time you speak her name, does she know how you told me you'd hold you'd hold me until you died? Till you died. But you're still alive. Right? That part is so funny. She's like, I love that part because it's like, wait a minute, until you died. Till you died. Remember you said until you died? But wait, you're still alive. And she's like, I'm here to remind you of the mess that you left when you went away. Like, left this woman in shambles. This is a song of somebody who is not is not over it yet. Mommy is not just like I am. And you got a new boo and everything, and, and you thriving, right? And so I was like, damn, I know healing it's not a straight line. You know what I mean? It takes a circuitous path for us all. But the length of that journey is longer for something others. But this lady is not over it. She's like, it's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear that you gave to me. You ought to know. And so she's like has to interject in this person's life and it's like, okay, I'm at least had to tap you on the shoulder to just let you know that I'm still a wreck. I'm still a mess over here. Um, to maybe take away a little bit of that shine on that new relationship. Just a little bit of that shine, right? Like, and just put some little dirt on
This
your
is
shoulder for that.
culturally
And
inappropriate. This is
that is aggressive. That is aggressive and to take ownership of something like that in 1990, right? Uh, these ironic, man. The lyrics on this joint, isn't it ironic? Don't you think? And this song is probably the most tragic. This joint. Hold on, let me see. Let me look at these lyrics here. Ironic. This is probably some of the most tragic lyrics you've ever heard of. An old man turns 98. He won the lottery and died the next day. It's a black fly in your Chardonnay. I mean, any color fly or insect will be bad for you, Chardonnay, but like, I mean, there's the duality of that's happening there. The visual that she's painting. It's a death row pardon, 2 minutes too late. And isn't it ironic? Don't you think? This song is so tragic. It's like rain on your wedding day. It's a free ride. This is the chorus. So this comes back around. It's like a free ride and you already paid. It's the good advice that you just can't take. And who would have thought it figures? Mr. Play It Safe was afraid to fly. He packed his suitcase, kissed his kids goodbye. He wait he waited this whole damn life to take that flight. And she goes, and as the plane crashed down, he thought, well, isn't this nice? I love the way it's like it just jumps. Like, he's like kisses kids goodbye, and then he waited his whole damn life to take that flight, and then just as the plane crashed down, like fuck, it didn't even like go through like the airport process. It didn't even go through through the enjoying. Oh, sir, would you like a beverage or you like a snack or these peanuts or whatnot? And it just get right to the just like the heart of like this man's crashing, this crashing back down to earth. It's a free ride when you already paid. It's a good advice you just can't take. It repeats that chorus. Um, uh, Well, life has a funny way of sneaking up on you. When you think everything's okay and everything's going right, and life has a funny way of helping you out. When you think everything's gone wrong and everything blows up in your face, a traffic jam when you're already late, a no smoking sign on your cigarette break. It's like, and this is the part that everybody remembers. This part just stuck with me. It's like 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife. A knife. That's it. That bar right there, you remember that. You remember that. You remember singing that. Well, it's time to revisit the project because it was ahead of its time. It was giving rage. It was giving softness in equal measure. It reminds me of that the one track something about being was it like head over feet. I couldn't help it. It's all your fault, right? Um, it is it is the giant. Jagged Little Pill is Alanis Morissette's like um greatest contribution in the alternative rock space, and it's kind of like the blueprint that like Olivia Rodrigo um that's the shoulder in that she's Olivia Rodrigo is standing on. That's the shoulder Avril Lavigne, Pink. Um, that's the shoulder that they're saying. Willow, Willow. I covered Willow's album. That's this is this origin of being recklessly free in a rock space for women. Paramore, right? We even have a female lead now for Linkin Park. You know, trying to trailblaze that sound that they built over there with the like a rabid fandom that like is not making it easy for her to get in. Um, so shout outs to her, man. It shocked the mainstream when it popped off back then. Um, and it changed things. I'm hoping that there is a new generation that the new generation that's coming up right now know about this project and can appreciate that they have um, what they have today based off of what this was. Uh, she was so free on this thing. She was there was no auto tune, none of the traditional like pretty sounds. Like she was off at some points. Like it sounded scrappy. Her voice raspy, maybe cracked even. Um, and it all of it was intentional. It was like a jazz. All of it was just like I am just like belting this thing out, just like it's my I don't know how much of it was personal, but it's like setting my journal on fire and putting a microphone in front of it. And it was urgent. It still feels like that. I listening to it lately, realized, oh snap, you know, this project is 30 years and I've been listening to it lately. Um in 30 years and for it to come back around in the zeitgeist, that's what makes it a classic.